Hmm.
Uh-uh. Go outside and play. I'm listening to fully cinematic.
You know what? I'll just go ahead and say it. I've got to develop a tough skin, thick skin, because after one of my other reviews, which I don't think we ever mentioned on this podcast, um, I have since been told I was sexist and had to correct this person for that.
No, we haven't talked about that yet.
Yes, Lord Mack and Rita. And that's okay. So I just happened to watch Mack and Rita, and I just happened to watch Mack and Rita because Terry was busy with my wife was busy with work, and I thought, well, and nothing else was on. I thought, well, let me just see it. It's new. I'll check it out. I am a fan of Diane Keaton, so let me tell anybody out there, male, female, whatever. I love Diane Keaton. I think she's a great actress, actor. Um, she's obviously been recognized by the Academy. She's very respectable. I don't think I've ever heard anything derogatory about her. But let me just before I even go into this review, just say that I have noticed that it seems like she's been on this trend lately where she's doing these films that all kind of have the same theme. So I just kind of mentioned that in my review on our Facebook page and indicated that she seemed to be doing a kind of movies where she's playing this older, not very doesn't have a lot of self-esteem. She's trying to she's hanging out with this older crowd who try to get her to spruce herself up to go out with younger men or go out with men. um, so that was one. And then there was this whole body switch thing, which is not even a body switch. Is where, in this case, is where the young girl that she was ended up going into her to an older body, which is played by Diane Keaton. And that's just so been outdone as well. I mean, just it's just ridiculous. And I just brought all this to the attention on the review that I posted on the Facebook site. And yeah, somebody just came out. She had just joined a group. I had just got notification. I let her in, sent out a welcome notice to her and the other two or three people that joined. And then she just, I don't want to say she blasted me, but she all but disagreed with my review and then said that my comment about the older women, younger man situation was a sexist remark because if it had been reversed, nothing ever gets mentioned about that. Well,
I hear criticism about that all the time.
well, and let me just tell you, I did not, and that's like I pointed out to her. Did I say that? And I'm not saying that she hasn't heard it because I do know that there are some people that brought that out, but I don't because I had to go back and restate after a friend came to my defense that I actually am not that she's a lot older, but I am married to an older woman. I'm the younger guy, so obviously the older woman younger man relationship does not bother me any. Um, and I never even commented on that specifically about that being an issue. I just said overall the theme and the movies she'd been making now were just not the best quality. And so no, I did put a pretty hard
Before
response.
example, you've heard the phrase "dirty old man."
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard anybody being called a dirty old woman?
Well, well,
You have? I haven't.
actually, it's in the news lately. That actress that was what's that film? The TV actress. I've seen some comments about her about the fact that she has come out and mentioned that the fact that with American Pie, what's that lady's name? The blonde headed.
Oh,
She has come out and talked about
Jennifer
after that movie.
Coolidge.
Yeah, she made the comment that after that film came out, she had a lot of opportunities that she took advantage of from a sexual point and
But was
relationship
she
standpoint.
criticized for
And
it?
I have read some criticism of her. Yes,
They called her a dirty old woman.
not in those terms.
Yeah, but see, when older guys date younger women, they say dirty old man.
Yeah.
That exact phrase.
Well, that's a good point. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Lord, that even goes back as far as I remember mom and dad was watching an episode of Golden Girls one time, and that happened when Blanche was our Dorothy was talking about the old man dating a younger woman. So, but I mean, my point to her was I did not criticize her or that particular piece and was not saying that she should not be dating a young man because that would have made her a dirty old woman. No, nothing of that sort was at all was in came out of my mouth or in my writing of the review. And so I did take offense to it, and I did push back pretty hard and said that that might not be the group for her. But if that's the first review she's seen and she's already accusing somebody to be sexist, then no, it might not be the right group. But I did have a good friend come forward, a female friend I used to work with, who said no, that I was not. So I appreciate that. But I mean, I'm just got to learn to roll with the punches. I mean, people are going to have different opinions, and people said, well, "Did you take her off the page?" And I said, "No." I mean, she did. And it's funny. I've since had another female person join, and she said she totally agreed with me. She understood where I was coming from. So everybody, I'm sure that people can either misconstrue or take something out of context. But I think I did apologize on the page and said if anybody else saw or thought that it was a sexist remark or statement, I would certainly take it down, because my intent is by no means to offend anybody with anything I say, either on our Facebook group page or on the podcast. I mean, because it's social media. I understand it's got so many pros and cons about it. But the main thing I want to have with it is fun, and definitely not to offend anybody or cause anybody problems or issues. So,
see, well, I read your review, and what I thought you were getting at was the fact that, like you said before, Diane Keaton has had a long, illustrious career
yeah.
with different types of roles and movies.
Mm-hmm.
But in the past few years, to me, it seems like Book Club, Palms, and Mack and Rita are like just variations on the same movie.
Right. On this, exactly. And they're not, I mean, yeah, okay. There's some humor in some parts of it, but not the best. I mean, I just to me it's corny. I mean, it's just, and that's what my point was. And maybe I didn't express myself very well with it. And but either way, I mean, we could all post something and somebody could find a piece of it to find criticism of it. That's just the nature of social media and being behind the screen, and just being able to
because what you got to keep in mind is that we've already talked about the fact that some people take the movies that they love, they take it personally when you criticize them.
Sure. Oh yeah.
But people also feel the same way about their favorite performers.
Well, that's a good, and that's fair. That's a very good, because I'm gonna tell you, if somebody was to come down on my oh Lord, about maybe not right now, but back in the day when I was a big fan of Brooke Shields, I thought I was going to marry that woman. I mean,
I think it's just a matter of time before somebody jumps down your throat for attacking Shelley Duvall.
Oh, we are not going to open that can of worms tonight, because that is another story, because I'm got to wrap this up. But no, no, because I'm telling you. Whew, Lord bless. Let me not even. Why'd you even say that? So, because I'm telling you that Shining, and Popeye, oh man. Well, anyway, I hate to wrap this up, but I do have to go. But and we got less than a minute anyway. But so everybody, give us your feedback. Do you have any Hollywood news? You can mention anything else?
Man, there's a lot of Hollywood news, but I can't get it in less than a minute.
Okay, well, don't worry about that. No, because we need to do another follow-up. So
I'll try.
Okay.
Ezra Miller, who's supposed to be starring in the Flash, if it comes out, it's scheduled to come out next year, but there's so much controversy around him. There's some doubt. Well, one of the details that came out is that he had a.
If this shuts off, send me another link and we'll finish it up.
Okay. So it's been reported that he may have a Messiah complex.
What is that?
That's when you think you're the supreme being for some reason.
But wait a minute, wasn't Ezra Miller in the news about something else too besides this?
Yeah, he's been in the news for a whole lot of stuff.
Fully cinematic.
You did see it?
Yep.